I get asked this question multiple times a month, which is, are there too many coaches in the industry right now? Is it just too saturated for me to make money? And I really want to answer this question honestly and not just like pep talk you through it. The coaching industry right now is really loud. I mean, AI has completely taken over. Since COVID 6 years ago, there have been thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people who have left their long careers to become coaches, influencers, educators. And if you are just casually scrolling on Instagram or social media, it can very much look like, that it's really busy and crowded. And you can be thinking to yourself, like, is there even room for me here? And look, I'm not going to stand here and tell you that what you're seeing isn't real, because it is very busy and it is very noisy. However, what I will also say is that my last 2 years in my coaching business have been the best ever. And I'm going to tell you exactly why I think that is, because this really changes the way that I answer this question. But before I get into it, I want to make sure you're grabbing my incredible free leads training below in the show notes. This is a 60-minute training that will change the way that you see getting your next client. So much of the time we're putting emphasis on just social media, which could be why you think it's too oversaturated. Most of the time, as a new coach or business owner, our next client is already in our world. You just haven't figured out how to talk to them yet. So I want to encourage you to grab your free training right there down below. Okay, now let's get into it. I feel like in general, this topic of saturation has been a pretty big one. Most recently in the last year with AI taking over a lot. And I think that it even started before AI. We've become obsessed with optimization as a society. And optimization is great. Like, who doesn't love efficiency? Who doesn't love things becoming automated, especially if you're running your business by yourself? However, optimization can take out the humanness in a business. And I'm somebody who believes, especially in the coaching industry, that it's a human first business. What I mean by that is, for example, the clients I work with, I know about their relationships, whether they're married or not, whether they're dating, if they have, kids and what that's like. Are they taking care of a sick parent? Are they also trying to go back to school? Are they carrying a full-time career? Do I know their business intimately? Do I know what their mindset blocks are, right? Because here's the thing. That's what coaching is. Coaching is not giving someone strategy. Coaching is helping the human being. And I think we've really lost sight of that in the coaching industry as a whole. And it's become about this like volume. And look, volume is oftentimes how we make money, right? So there's a real desire there of like, how do I create a product or a thing that I can sell and get volume, but also not lose the essence of what and why I got into this business in the first place, which goes back to why I know my business specifically in the last 2 years, when everyone has been complaining about the oversaturation or the economy doing bad, that my business has done the best it ever has, because I spent the first 4 years of my business genuinely doubling down on authenticity and building relationships and connecting with people first and being a human being. This is also the kind of sales that I teach my clients, right? Where again, I can give you the best sales script. I can give you the best strategy or funnel or whatever it might be. But if you as the human are not operating at a level that feels great, or you're having issues with mindset blocks or holding this next level of success or capacity, none of that other stuff really matters. So I want to break down again this question of oversaturation, because I think if you are relying heavily on automation and AI and a lot of these tools which remove you from the business, it could be why you're feeling like there's not a place or space for you in this industry. The market actually isn't saturated for coaches who A, know how to sell, or B, can get their clients results. But what it is saturated for is coaches who don't know how to properly communicate their value or who actually can't get their clients results. The other thing that's also oversaturated is information. Now with AI and Google and everything else, like information we can get at easy access. We can get on our phones and ask for the information and we can get the answer. If you are relying on people paying you for information, again, that is going to feel oversaturated because nobody needs more information, especially when it's so easily accessible to us now. What they will pay you for is your creativity, your problem-solving skills, the ability to see the way that you think and operate. That is something worth paying for and cannot be duplicated. This is exactly what I'm talking about when I say when you are showing up in your coaching containers, your clients want to see how you solve that. How do you go about this problem? How can you support them to get through this next hump, right? And they want to see your brain working because you bring a unique solution to the table that they were not able to access or type into Google. And so this is really important that you understand because I see it all day long. People are out here trying to sell you more courses, more generic advice, more information, and like banging their heads against the wall and wondering like, why is my business not working? What the fuck is wrong? I'm trying everything. And the thing is, you're selling information and nobody wants information, babe. They want you. They want your creative ability to get them out of whatever the shit they're sitting in and to be able to get where they want to go. And I know you know what this is because if you've coached anyone before, and even if you haven't, right? Like if you are totally new to coaching, I guarantee you, you are the friend that somebody calls when they need a fresh perspective because you wouldn't be listening to this podcast otherwise. And so I want you to remember that the thing that you are selling and that people are going to pay you for are those moments where they go, oh my God, I never thought about it that way before. Or I can't believe you just said that. That's like the most genius thing I've ever heard, right? So again, if you are thinking that the market is too saturated, it's probably because you don't know how to properly communicate what it is that makes you different. You don't know how to communicate your frameworks, your trains of thought, the way that you approach problems, the way that you see things differently. And so you feel like you are just blending in with the masses. And I can understand why you would feel lost. So the biggest thing is to understand that this is a skills gap problem and a skill can be taught. The skill is learning how to effectively communicate what it is that you do. That is actually the main thing that I probably work on with my clients, both one-on-one, and those are my clients who are ready to scale and, potentially add offers. And then with my newbies who are starting from zero, okay, we deeply work on the messaging aspect of it and the differentiators, right? And I literally call those, what are your unique differentiators that you bring to the table? What's your unique edge? If this is like resonating with you, I just want to affirm that this is simply a skill and not like a deficit in you as a person. The industry is not to blame, okay? This is something you can learn. I also want to name something that we haven't talked about in this episode yet when we make comments like the market is too saturated, because maybe it isn't a skills thing, okay? Maybe you have all that. Maybe you're properly communicating it. What else could be going on is that potentially it's easier for you to say that the market is too saturated rather than putting yourself out there and fearing nobody buying. Oof. Did that one land? Because that could also be what's going on here, is a little bit of that fear creeping in. And I get it. Telling ourselves that the market is too saturated rather than getting uncomfortable and putting ourselves out there and fearing rejection, like that's an easier pill to swallow, right? That's an easier thing to say. But I want you to recognize that that's actually what's going on. Maybe you're scared. Maybe you're scared of the rejection. Maybe you're scared of what if nobody buys. Maybe you're scared of looking like an idiot. And so we are saying things like, well, there's already so many of coaches out there. There's already so many people doing this thing. And I've seen already, people helping in this industry. And I just don't see how I could possibly make a lane for myself. Okay, babe. Keep telling yourself that. But just know that that's an internal story that you are saying, and that's actually not the reality of the industry. The coaches and business owners who are thriving right now are not the ones with the most perfectly automated mini chat funnel or like the most amazing website with all the, cool graphics or the best visual podcast. Like those are nice things to see and have, but it doesn't mean that they are the most successful. The ones who are the most successful now and will be able to maintain and sustain that success are the ones who have prioritized human relationships and understanding their clients, like letting them feel seen. The ones who have also continued to do the inner work on what it's like to be really visible, what it's like to be rejected or not have your offer understood right away, right? Like those are the coaches who are still around and seeing success. And they are also the ones that have communicated how they think and are selling something that feels really different because no one can duplicate the way your brain thinks and the way you solve problems. So when we start to share from that lens, it becomes very clear how you are different than other people that are in the same industry as you. So I know along with this question about market saturation, it feels like, well, okay, fine. If the market's not so saturated, then how the fuck do I get some clients? Okay. Well, if you're asking yourself that question, I really want you to go down to the show description if you haven't already and grab my free leads training. This is literally the same training that is in my paid mastermind. And it is a game changer when it comes to understanding how to look at your current network and all the places that you already are going and experiencing just as a human walking around in the world, and how your leads are not just from social media. That's only one of 7 places. So again, it can feel oversaturated when you are only looking in one place. So I want to encourage you to go get the leads training. And then next week, we're back here talking about another big question that I get all the time, which is the niche question. What should my niche be? And how do I discover that? And then how do I talk about it? And do I need a niche, right? So those are all the things that I get all the time as a business coach for new and growing female business owners. And we are going to tackle that question. If you found this episode helpful, I would be so grateful if you would share it on your social and tag me at The Beam Life or share it with your business bestie. I'll see you back here next week.